Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Educational Gamer and we are playing Command Modern Naval Operations. We are currently playing the UK-Indian alliance in war against Pakistan, and we are conducting a airstrike from our carriers with our brand new F-35Bs against this assessment of Pakistani army units. So as you can see over here, we did come over here, we did put out some chaff so that our approach would be a little bit covered, and over here there are quite a bit of enemy forces. This is really a strike to soften up things a little bit, because we want to primarily engage the enemy over here and deplete their anti-air forces. I'm not sure what this mobile thing is doing down there. We have 3 F-35s. Currently carrying 4 bombs because we have set up a couple of strikes already. So let me put it up like this. I don't want to get too close because we do know that there are some AA units, and whoop, there we go, more units that we do find over here. I'm gonna mark them as hostile. In between episodes I did switch the terrain, or sorry, the map mode a little bit to show the terrain more clearly. So we know that there is, for example, a mountain range over here with an elevation of 2,400 feet about. So it might just be possible to come up back behind that and sort of disengage that way if we were to be engaged. So let's see whether that might be possible. I'm trying to primarily identify what types of enemies we have over here. There are a couple of main battle tanks. What's a Type 59? Probably some derivative of some Soviet craft. Yeah, but there are also a couple of more different mobile installations that we don't exactly know what they are. So we'll have to see about that. Every second we are discovering more over here. So let's see what they are. Mechanized infantry, that's not necessarily a threat. None. More mechanized infantry. I think we don't have to mark them as hostile, we can just wait a second over here. Let's fly in a little closer, just so we can see what's going on. These are artilleries, that's fine, these are not primary targets either. Maybe we should turn around though. Okay, so more artillery. Of course that stuff is all hostile, so let's mark it down as such. Mechanized infantry. These again are not our primary targets. What's this? Just a technical? Armed technical? Could you actually engage air targets? You have that? No, you could not. Okay, that's not our most important. Oh, they have quite a lot of technicals actually. This armor over here. Well, let's resume. More stuff over there. I'm guessing these are further artilleries and all mechanized infantries. Discovering more about what these guys are would be helpful, but I think we'll have to do another attack run. Do you know something about this guy down here now? No? Not sure whether he is an enemy, but the placement of this guy seems a little bit odd to me. So let's come up with about like this. Scout out what potential threats there are. I think you could come in over here. You know what? Come over here and just fly above this ridge. And you can actually do that at a low altitude. Or even, yeah, at a very low altitude, and if there's something wrong, we can get over here. And so we are flying along the ridge and trying to spot out things down there, and if it would be in any way threatening to us, we can just disengage over the ridge. So there are quite a couple of more units down here which I hadn't realized before. On the other hand, I don't think they are AA because we did conduct a couple of Tomahawk strikes on this region simply before we attacked. So this is just a vehicle. Doesn't tell us much. More vehicle. Maybe just trucks, actually. We don't know. Could actually come in a little bit more like such. It will mean we are flying straight over the airport, but I do remember there being quite a couple of forces over here. There might be some chance that our previous flights in this area have depleted their AA capabilities. Maybe they just fired off all the weapons that they have, but I'm not too sure that that would be the case. Accelerate time slightly. So far I don't see any enemy anti-air unit anymore. That would be certainly interesting. More importantly, there also don't seem to be any aircraft stationed on this airport. We do know about a couple of aircraft that are stationed over here in this airport. But it might or might not be interesting to attack these. Let's come up a little bit closer, just edge a little bit towards the enemy base over here. But yeah, we don't seem to be spotting much more. Okay, let's dash down here and then immediately withdraw. Right. So, if we do see no more targets, then what are our priority targets over here? Some armored vehicles, some trucks and such. Mechanized infantry. Trucks, or a classification as none. We could attack the airfield itself, but I don't think that's so worthwhile. So what I'm going to do is at least target this truck with one bomb and target this truck with another bomb. I think these are a little bit overkill just for trucks, but their damage radius should be capable enough to destroy all of these guys at the same time. And then what we might want to do is target this artillery over here. Just leave us with a single bomb. Do we maybe want to get over here and conduct a strike over here then? So what do we know about these spotted units over here? Six guys. And where are they sitting at? Let's switch to unit view. So let's have a closer look at the airport over here. So it seems that there's a tarmac space with 2 large aircraft, tarmac space with 2 large aircraft, and tarmac space with 2 large aircraft. So you know what? We are going to do that. We are going to run over there and conduct a single strike with a single bomb. Oh, you know what? Actually, wait a minute. So, back to unit orders, back to group view. Damn it. I forgot which targets I picked. So I do think the artillery over here was picked. One is allocated. One is allocated. You've got... We only have 2 left. Yeah, you know what? Then it's fine. Let's do like that. One more bomb on this artillery because I think it's a fairly soft target. And that should enable us to conduct a very good strike. Let's go back to max altitude and cruise speed. Just disengage over here. Come up back over the sea. And then let's think about how we want to come over here. I think we might want to come in like that. And actually once we are over here we can split off 2 of our aircraft. This air wing can certainly come back over here on cruise speed, high altitude. Some contacts have been lost. Okay, so there we go. Do see a couple of bombs being hitting over here. I would have hoped that we were able to damage the vehicles next to that. But unfortunately it doesn't seem likely. How much distance is that? Well, okay, it's 200 meters. I overestimated that, so... Yeah, also these guys are 500 meters away from each other, so we'll not be able to conduct a single strike. So, but nevertheless, we will damage some of the artillery, so that's good to see. Missed by 20 feet. That I think should still allow us to destroy them to some extent. Yeah, five vehicles over there have been damaged. You're gaining some altitude. That's very good to see. You're also the one with the anti-air weapons, so we'll bring you up a little closer. Little bit behind enemy lines. Our flight over here of these MiG-29s can come up over here, so that we are able to engage them. Ooh, also very interesting, down here we can see that we've re-established contact with this submarine, which is now moving at 5 knots. Last time we were just not capable of defeating them at 11 knots, so we are going to wait a little bit longer now, but shouldn't be too long. Right. Out of view, I think what we can do is go back to unit view and pick you are fine. You on the other hand can ungroup and you're returning to base, which is also very nice, and you're doing that at a decent speed. That's good too. You're the one carrying the bomb. You do not have any bombs. So, you know what? You can detach and then you'll split off automatically. I'm guessing, yeah, there we are. Very nice. You're actually flying through that I appreciate. Good. So this group is truly only one flight left, and here's one bomb, and that is what we're trying to deploy over here. And you know what? You can, if you're going north, you can immediately do so. Good. So a couple of planes going backwards. This guy, I think you should soon actually, maybe you should actually come back now, just so we are a little bit safer. But do so via loitering speed. Yeah, that looks good. This situation down here hasn't clarified. This is a very large radius for a submarine to be in. Good. So we'll be able to follow up on this strike with our MiG-29s from Vikramayat over here. Although it will be about 3 hours till we can refuel these, so I'm not sure that these aircraft are actually capable of conducting a night strike. So we'll probably come in early in the morning, but nevertheless that should be a very good point to strike the enemy then. Right, let's accelerate time somewhat. A little more. Do need to keep an eye on this submarine down here. Although I think very soon we'll actually be within the 8-mile strike radius, and that will allow us to conduct a strike on them. Aircraft previously spotted. Oh, mirages. What do we know about that? So on Gwanda Airport over here, we know that there are 6 Mirage 5PA3. So let's find out what type of aircraft that is. Mirage 5 AP? Mirage from the Pakistani Air Force. Let's search like that. So where's Pakistan? There we are. 5PA3. Okay, there we are. Okay, that looks like a very old craft. Dassault, yes. Mirage, fixed wing, yes. What type of weaponry are you carrying? Axoset. Okay, Axoset are missiles that were used in the Falkland Wars by the Argentinians, and they did manage to conduct one of the first, I think, airstrikes against against modern naval forces in that regard. Of course, the the Egyptians, I think, and the Israelis had fought some wars before, but that wasn't quite the same. So, okay, so all of these guys are still around, but they are fine. Are coming in over here. That's fine. Soon we'll be able to launch our missile and then we'll be able to disengage, I think. MiG-29s are fine. Not sure whether there are any aircraft left on this field. And down here, 8.5 miles. Yeah, that's good enough. Right, so back to unit view so that we can target these things down here a little bit more directly. So what I think I want is to attack the closest concentration of enemy aircraft, and you can see the enemy aircraft is being symbolized by this yellow thing, so that means we have spotted sort of a subunit. So let's get over here and let's tell you to conduct a strike against either this or this. I don't want the airport itself, I only want the tarmac space. But these things are just above each other, aren't they? Runway access point. Very large aircraft. I think that's probably it. Okay, let's launch a bomb at that, and I do hope that the blast should simply be able to disengage them. Aircraft is now returning home. That's good to see. You have a lot of speed left, so that's also very good. I appreciate that. Sorry about the noise. You're also very fast, so yeah, that's a good going there. So that does leave our aircraft over here. I think we can come up towards the rear, sort of make sure that there's no enemy left. Helicopter is disengaging, these F-35s are disengaging. HMS Ambush is very close actually. I thought you'd be getting closer more quickly. Anyway, let's watch the bomb over here, the glide bomb, make its way towards its target. Hope that we can actually watch that in unit view, just to make sure that we see where it's striking. This is a 1,000-pound bomb, so it should be able to do some fair damage. It is coming in. Of course, we are only able to strike here with such impunity because earlier we did use our anti-radiation missiles to attack some of the ground units that were guarding this, so some of the early 35mm guns. Let's see. I hope that the blast will damage these large aircraft that are just parked on the tarmac space, but we'll have to see. Yep. So not sure we can get a good information on this. Oh, there were 3 on these. Thought there might be a little bit more. Oh well, here we go. So let's hope that that did some damage. Very difficult to get a good damage assessment report, but nevertheless, that should be fine. Good. All of these stuff is still around, but everyone should be coming home now, and we should be able to see this guy coming in a little bit closer as we accelerate time over here. Come on. Yeah, there the F-35s are, just passing back. Very soon we should see a launch over here from HMS Ambush. There we are. 2 torpedoes, just following somewhat closely towards each other. I think I would like one of you to be on cruise speed rather than flank speed. Because I don't know whether they'll be able to outrun us. Yeah, there's another F-35 coming in. Losing a couple of contacts. But let's see what's going on over here. So this guy is running away at 1,000 feet depth. This guy is coming in at 80 knots, but he might run out of fuel too soon. This guy is fine. Come on. Yeah. You can see the fuel dropping on the one torpedo much faster than on the other. But... okay, so we missed, and there is going to be a re-attack. So we'll have to see about that. And at that point, I'm going to tell you to go to cruise speed, because I'm not sure that you have enough fuel left. So yeah, you can see it reprogramming itself. Final probability was only 20%. Ah, okay, of the decoy. We are extremely unlucky in attacking some of these submarines and some other targets. I remember the airliner that was carrying the Pakistani head of the Navy, or Naval Chief, or whatever you want to call it. It was very difficult to get a lock on him. I think we fired 3 missiles and at least 3 bursts of 20mm guns until we got him finally. So there we go, another re-attack. I think he might have enough juice to do that attack. No, again! Another spoofing. This is ridiculous. They have a 25% chance and they... Oh no, okay, sorry. Actually, the first time that was not successful. We just missed our 80% shot. Still, that feels unlucky. Yeah, that torpedo might not have enough juice to re-attack. No, it actually did do its re-attack, and it was successful. So that's very nice to see. With that being said, we don't have that much more information. So all of the submarines that we saw certainly seem to be gone. So let's tell Chakra here to be just over the layer. Would love that to be the case. These flights are returning home. This helicopter. I mean, you're fine. You might be a little bit far away from our engagement range. By the way, let's measure the distance over here. So that's 250 miles. Slightly concerned because some of these strike packages only have a range of about 230. Nevertheless, I do think that's going to be alright. HMS Ambush is doing its thing over here. You are actually fine as well. Ambush does have 2 Tomahawks left, but there didn't seem to be any high value target over here that we must attack in all circumstances. So, you know what, I'm actually pretty fine with this. So, that being said, I think next time we will pack up our MiG-29 strikes. Krypton C is the anti-radiation missiles, then we do have a couple of cluster bombs. Adder, yeah, all of that seems to be fine. 2 hours left, so don't think you will be able to provide enough cover. No, you only have about 40 minutes of fuel left. Might actually bring you home. So do we have a helicopter that could give us some... Yeah, we do. So that's fine. In about 2 hours we could strike. That'd be in the middle of the night though. So let's again look at this layout over here. Should be able to see that over here. So yeah, there are a couple of day-only strikes. Yeah, these are day-only. So we'll need to wait until the morning. But I think that's fine. It's only the first day, actually, so I think we are very fine in what we've set up over here. Should be able to do a fairly good mission overall. The only thing I'm worried as we go into the night, and maybe into a little bit more of a quiet phase, is that we should still have some AA cover. Most of our ships are running sort of blind. We don't have any sensors enabled. We are not turning on the radar because that would enable them to spot us very well. So actually what we want to do over here is make sure that we are not too visible. On the other hand, we will probably need some reference and some some early warning capability. So let's keep that in mind. But other than that, I think this has been a very good episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.